Hi everybody, so I am feeling much better this time around. I'm recording this video, obviously looking better, feeling better, also in a different setting. But anyways, in this video today, I'm going to be talking about student motivation and engagement and why they are so important to students' learning and success in school. Student motivation is a big part of how well students do in a classroom. When students are motivated, they're more likely to join class activities, try their best, and keep going even when something is hard. One idea that explains this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Before students can really focus on learning, they need to feel safe, supported, and feel like they belong in your classroom. Another important idea is self-efficacy. This just means that students believe they can do something. When students believe they can be successful, they're more willing to try and participate. There are two types of motivation: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from inside the student. For example, a student might read a book because they are actually enjoying reading. Extrinsic means motivation comes from rewards. This could be a sticker, a prize, or extra recess time for finishing their assignment. Both types of motivation can help students be involved in learning in your classroom. Motivation and engagement go hand in hand when students are motivated. They pay more attention, they answer your questions, they take part in class, they raise their hands more. You kind of see this more excited student getting ready to learn every day. As they get more involved, they build their confidence, and that confidence makes them even more motivated to keep learning. There are also different things that can affect this motivation. If your student's home life is not that great and they're struggling a bit in the classroom, environment is what is going to be their safe haven for the moment, then your students need to feel welcome, they need to feel respected and supported. They're usually more comfortable joining class discussions and activities when the teacher is more so involved in their life, or maybe even so relating to their life on another level, considering their home life. So when this comes into play, that self-efficacy is gonna be the students' way of keeping their success in your classroom. They're more likely to believe that they can do well on these assignments. Teachers can use a lot of simple strategies to help these students stay motivated and engaged. One strategy is using fun learning games like Kahoot. Kahoot is like a classroom game that everybody uses together. You do it as a class, your whole class joins in, and they play this game and answer questions together and earn points. So games like that make learning more exciting, and they encourage everybody to participate. Another strategy is using partner work or small groups. This gives students their own book and choosing a project topic and working with maybe a friend, or you pick the partners to have your students, broaden their wage of friendship. Because I've also seen that a lot of students will just stick with one friend for the school year, and with the partner work, it will be easier for you to create more friendships throughout your classroom, right? So giving these students those choices and options to have in your classroom will make them feel like they're more involved in their learning and they have an option. Teachers also make a big difference in how motivated students feel. Building good relationships with these students help them feel comfortable. Asking them questions and trying new things isn't that hard. Teachers can also make lessons more interesting by connecting them to the students' everyday lives. Again, it is very important to know about your students' home life and what they're going through on a day-to-day basis. If a child's coming in upset every day, maybe there is something going in at home and you need to check in on them. So again, giving that positive feedback every day to them, celebrating them, making sure that they feel important and loved in your room is very important. It can help the student feel more confident and want them to keep learning and showing up every day. Because at the end of the day, school can make or break somebody. As a future educator, I want my classroom to be somewhere where these students feel safe, where they feel included, and they're excited to come to school. I want my students to enjoy working together and learning and feeling confident in themselves. By building these strong relationships, using fun activities like Kahoot, and giving students more opportunities to work with their classmates, I hope to keep my students motivated and help them to be successful in all their schooling years to come. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy everything I had to say, and this was great.